Private investor entertaining. What are the implications? Can you claim it for tax? Hi, I'm Kimberly Shapcotts, qualified chartered accountant, property investor and entrepreneur. Let's sit down and have a chat. Private investor funding is a great way to finance your property projects, and it's what many investors do. But obviously, to get to the point where an investor actually invests with a private loan with you, there's probably a few meetings. There's maybe a lunch, there's maybe a drink, there's maybe a few bits of entertaining to get to know them, to really get them to build that rapport and that trust that we all need in these sorts of relationships. This means that you will be no doubt incurring expenses along the way during this trust building, rapport building phase of this relationship. So what are the tax implications? What are the business implications for these costs? As an individual doing this in your own name, there's probably limited methods of being able to claim these costs. However, if we focus today on limited companies, then it is arguably a cost of the business, which means you will be able to put these costs through as a company expense. Now, please note here, I'm saying they are a company expense. I've not yet mentioned the tax implications, which we'll go on to now. Because the tax implications are that they are not allowable for tax purposes. So you can put them through as a company expense, which I would strongly recommend that you do, because these are expenses being incurred by the business to make arrangements with a private loan provider, an investor. But for tax purposes, they're unfortunately not allowable, as entertaining in the UK or overseas is not treated as tax allowable. So you're not going to reduce your corporation tax bill by anything by incurring these expenses. But as we all know, you may need to incur these expenses to build that relationship, to build that trust with this individual, to enable this investment to happen. So the key thing here is, yes, you can put those expenses through your company, but they're not allowable for tax. They won't actually reduce your corporation tax bill. This is important to know because you may be thinking, oh, I can get tax relief on this, and that would be great, so it will reduce your tax bill. Whereas unfortunately, no, it won't reduce your tax bill. So you may not want to be doing anything completely extravagant, but you may be wanting to go out for lunch or dinner or for a few drinks, and that is not a problem whatsoever. Now, I appreciate a lot of these costs are probably going to be on the personal credit card or maybe cash or something else like that, depending where you're going. Or you may be very well mannered and you may be putting them on the company debit card. If you aren't putting them through the company bank account on the debit card and it is ending up on your personal credit card or personal debit card or even cash, there is a few people still these days, then what you'll need to do is make sure you get a receipt. Either way, in any eventuality, please make sure you're getting a receipt for that exchange, for the lunch, for the drinks, for the dinner. When you've got that receipt, if you've not paid for it with the company card, then you will need to put in an expense claim form, and check out the video on expense claim forms and how they fit together. As you put that expense claim form in, you'll then be able to take the money back out of the company if there's money there to take, or if there's not money there to take, that will sit on your loan account, director's loan account, shareholder loan account, other loan account, depending what position you hold within the company, and then you'll be able to take that money out later. And that's really the crucial point here. It's not tax allowable, but it is a company expense. So you will be able to take that money back again at a later stage if you cannot take it straight away. This is one of the key reasons why I do encourage you to be putting these expenses through your company, even though they may not be allowable for tax, because it's not a personal expense, it is a company expense. And on that basis, it makes more sense to be putting it through your company, so you're not incurring these expenses personally. In summary, please do put your entertaining expenses through your company. However, just be aware that they are not allowable for tax purposes. So if you think you're going to get tax relief, I'm afraid you're not. So just take that into consideration depending how much you are planning on spending on your investor or client entertaining. Hopefully today you've got a better understanding of the tax implications of investor lunches, investor entertaining generally. If you've got any questions, then please do leave a comment. Please subscribe to the channel and please do like the video. And let's make tax less taxing.